14 centuries ago, a text emerged from the Arabian Peninsula carrying a specific ultimatum. It bypassed mere belief, issuing a direct challenge to doubters. If you believe these words are man-made, simply produce a single chapter that matches it. Despite billions of people passing through history since that challenge was issued, including generations of master linguists and poets, the demand remains completely unanswered. You might assume the barrier is purely linguistic, that the Arabic is simply too poetic to copy. But the actual hurdle is the conceptual structure this text builds. The mechanics of this challenge are laid bare early in the Quran, specifically in Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 21 through 29. The challenge remains unmet because these verses initiate a shift in perception, requiring the reader to account for the physical mechanics of their existence at every possible scale. The text starts its argument by looking upward, framing the cosmos as a deliberate engineered architecture. It describes the sky as a constructed canopy. The cosmos acts as a deliberate shield suspended above us, a physical layer distinct from a void. Below that canopy, the Earth is defined as a resting place. In a hostile solar system, this specific planet is uniquely calibrated for complex life. Connecting the two is the water cycle. The verses detail water descending from the canopy to extract life from the Earth, operating as a closed-loop system that turns barren dirt into self-sustaining vegetation. Human engineering always requires maintenance. Our buildings crack, our engines run out of fuel, and our systems eventually fail. This planetary system operates on a scale and duration that defies human imitation. By framing the universe this way, the text speaks with the familiarity of the architect who built it, describing the cosmos as an active mechanism. When these verses were first recited, local critics tried to mock them. They pointed out that the text used tiny, seemingly insignificant creatures in its analogies, arguing that a true divine message would only speak of grand, massive things. The text responds to this criticism by citing an even lowlier creature, the gnat. Modern optics reveal a level of biological engineering inside that insect that ancient critics never could have imagined. A gnat possesses a functioning nervous system, a circulatory network, and wings capable of beating hundreds of times per second. We can stack millions of tons of stone to build a pyramid, or forge massive steel bridges, but humanity cannot assemble the organic, living machinery required to make a single gnat take flight. Divine craftsmanship is presented here as a matter of resolution. The same precision required to sustain the planetary systems is present in the biological machinery of a common fly. Humanity is positioned between these two poles, the vastness of the sky above and the intricate density of the gnat below. The reason the challenge to write a single chapter remains unanswered is an issue of perspective. A human writer naturally speaks from a human vantage point. This text speaks from a perspective that dwarfs our capabilities, casually bridging the gap between galaxies and insects. Once the text forces a realization of our actual place within this architecture, it introduces the concept of worship. The verses frame worship as the natural, awestruck reaction of a person who finally understands the sheer scale and precision of the systems keeping them alive. The demand to produce a matching chapter is ultimately an invitation. It asks the reader to look closely at the night sky, examine the wing of a gnat, and acknowledge the architect behind it all.